In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the mighty Angel Snubbing Up 7. I am your soul brother, number one. When we come into this world, contrary to popular belief, we know nothing. We don't even know that we are alive. Everything about us is automatic. And the only thing that this automation causes us to do is seek food, seek comfort. That's all. No more, no less. All of us. Nobody is born a history professor. Nobody is born a police officer. Nobody is born a teacher. Nobody is born a Muslim. Nobody is born a Hebrew. We are born, we come into this life with nothing. We're not wearing no clothes. We come butt naked. We're not wearing a diaper. We have absolutely nothing. This is facts. We don't even know we're alive. But as we mature, as we grow, we start to come into our own. And if you were little Michael Jackson, may he rest in peace. If you were Michael Jackson, you was born in a world of poverty, but you're too young, you don't know about poverty. You just happy and you just a child. You are born in an environment where your father loves music. You are born in an environment where your mother loves music. You are born into a musical environment. A God-fearing, as you would say, environment. And so as Michael began to evolve and he began to grow, that began to influence him. And he began to notice parts of himself that engaged this music and brought him joy. And he could navigate this music. So it's not a surprise and it's not shocking that Michael Jackson would want to grow up and would move towards entertainment or music, because this is what influenced his life. He was inspired and he was motivated. And folks saw the connection between Michael and music. So he was encouraged. And then you have somebody like Venus and Serena Williams. Father looking for somebody he could teach this tennis. I got an idea. I can't play, but I got this idea. And he tried it on other children. They just didn't get it. But the concept, the influence, was introduced to Venus and Serena, and something about them, they say, I like this, and they gravitate toward that. And so it's no shock that they become superstars of tennis, being influenced, but they came onto the earth knowing nothing. We are here. And the reason why we are who we are because of our experience and influence in life. Some things we gravitate towards, some things we don't. I was born around people who like to drink liquor. And in most cases, if you are around liquor, if you're around smoking and drinking and cussing and all this, the child will gravitate and become a part of that too. Because that's the environment that influenced them. I chose not to do that. I did not see anything exciting about drinking and smoking and fornicating and all that. And I didn't have nothing to do with church. I found out in church, fornication, adultery, drinking, that was bad stuff, but it had nothing to do with the church. I just did not like it. I just did not gravitate towards it. I was influenced by the television. I like the entertainment. I like the writing the different stories and the cartoons. I want to do that. I want to draw. I want to make cartoons. I want to write for television. That was my first thing that I was influenced by, the television. I want to be an entertainer, but I want to write. I had this imagination. I could come up with these stories real quick. Quality stories. My stories were so good, it even entertained my mother. That sounds just like one of my soap operas. And I was just a little boy. I just copied the soap opera, the television, began to understand how to write these stories and make up these characters. But something in your life, something changes you, something turns you around. I did not come to YouTube to become the realityist tip on earth. That was not I had no thought about that. But clearly, it's a part of me that I had to make manifest because it's me. Because of the influence, because of the environment that I grew up in. I remember getting ready to go to church one Sunday. And our parents never made us go to church, but they was going to church. I want to go to church too. I don't want to be at home with the chickens and the pigs. I want to go to church too. You want to leave home. You usually at home all the time. I want to go somewhere outside of home. I want to go to church too. And my mother found one of my father's old suits, and one of the ladies was there to help us go to church and dress us up. And when the lady put me in my suit and dressed me all up, because I didn't know how to wear a suit, I was a little boy, she said, "Look at the little preacher." I'm like, what? Now I'm going to church. I don't know what a preacher, I don't know what a pastor, I don't know what a minister is. But something about what she said, I look like a pastor. What is that? But something about it, I don't even know what it is. It struck a chord. And as time goes on, it was still there. And then I was introduced to the struggle by my Caucasian teacher. She said that your people were slaves in this country. I'm like, what? Because my folks never taught us nothing. I began to learn about the struggle. I began to learn about Jim Crow by my white teacher, Caucasian teacher in school. Parents didn't teach us, grandpa, grandma, cousins, nobody. They was living this, never taught us nothing that was going on in the Jim Crow South. I had to learn it from my Caucasian teacher. And I became a little rebel. Because that's wrong. And see, this is why, one of the reasons why we really cannot get anything going is because we don't feel nothing. We're not real about liberation. We're not real about the struggle. It really don't mean. See, you have to like it. You got to live it. Some people talk, I live. No, you don't. Because if you actually lived it, you know that you have to unify. You got to unify with your brothers and sisters. Dr. Claude Anderson tell you all the time, but you don't give a damn. You don't listen because you all about what you want. Racism is a team sport. They play like a team. So in order to deal with a team, you got to become a team. The Nation of Islam is not going to win this fight. The Moorish Science Temple not going to win this fight. FBA is not going to win this fight. You have to become a team. And if you're not interested in unity, you're talking bull doo-doo. And so, I was later influenced by the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as I continue to grow up. I'm still interested in singing and dancing and all that entertainment stuff. But that's not where my heart is. Michael Jackson's heart was singing and dancing. Did it to the day that he passed this earth. Venus and Serena, their heart is the tennis. They don't care about it. They can open all the other businesses and whatever. I want to play tennis. I want to sing and dance. Michael Jordan, I want to play basketball. He did it till he couldn't do it no more. Muhammad Ali boxed until he couldn't do it no more. That's where your heart lies. That activity developed you. There are those trying to be Mr. Leader. I want to lead the black people. I'm the leader of black people. They're trying to. The best leader are those who not even trying. I didn't want to. Malcolm X didn't. It was not his desire to be some leader. Dr. King, that was not his intent, desire to be some type of leader, except of the church, a spiritual leader of the church. These people that want to be leaders, they have no creativity, they have no imagination, they have no vision, they have no goals, they have no purpose, because they're not leaders. You have people in leadership positions, they're not leadership material. This is why this country is in anarchy. I'm a leader simply because people like me. I'm popular. But they demonstrate no leadership skills, no leadership quality. I was put in positions. I never want to be a leader. I never wanted to manage nothing. I always was put in situations where I had no choice. You are the leader. You got to manage. I don't want to do, you got to do it. And I found out I could do it. I remember one of my management jobs. I was assistant manager. I did not want to be manager. I did not want his job. But I could see where he could do better. And I suggested to him. And like many of you, you don't like suggestions. You don't like advice. But the difference between him and you got a big mouth. You telling me what I should and should not do. Well, show me. I'm going to make you manager for a day. Let's see what you do. Since you know more than I do. I did not say that, sir. I'm just telling. No, you show me. So he put me in that position. I increased the profits for that day. I had a better relationship with the other employees. I showed him a better way to produce the product with less labor costs. And the only thing he could do was say, thank you. That's all he did. I have really tried to remove myself from YouTube. I cannot do it. Every time I try to do it, somebody flag my channel or do something, that makes me fight. Or somebody send me an email, I don't want you to go. It's just one person, but I don't want you to go. Stay here. But the thing about it is they just want me to stay here and talk, but you won't help me in the work. You want me to stay here and talk, but you don't want to get off your ass and help me with the work. You just want me to continue to just talk. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of things that need to be done besides talking. Why? But you don't want to. But see, I enjoy. This is what I enjoy. I like this. The same way like Michael Jackson loved to sing. The same way Michael Jordan loved to play basketball, and Serena and Venus, they like to play tennis. It don't make any difference whether you listen to me or not, as long as I have something to say. I want to say it and I enjoy speaking my word. But my word is no benefit to you if you don't act upon the wisdom that your God has blessed. But you have a problem because I'm not in the vessel, I'm not in the form that you believe. Yet and still at the same time, you say that your God told you, my sheep know my voice. Don't you hear your God calling? But you won't respond. Because you really don't believe what you're talking about. You really don't believe. Because you shouldn't care. Here we are, we've been blessed with the answer. It's not for me, it's not for a certain group. It's for us to get out of this situation once and for all. I came unto my own, and my own received me not. But like a brother told me, the soul train rolls on. Because it's not about you. It's about me. My conscience is clear. As long as I do my job, I'm cool.